All right, let's get right to it. We're looking at a critical financial briefing for every single marine and recreational dealer in Florida. The data we've pulled together from across the state, well, it points to a major and frankly overlooked issue that's hitting your bottom line hard. This isn't about marketing fluff. This is about cold, hard cash. $409. Let that number sink in for a second. That is the average amount of ad spend that every dealer in Florida is losing. Not every year, every single month. This isn't some small leak in the bucket. It's a huge, consistent drain on your resources. So the obvious question is, right, where is this money actually going? I mean, it's leaving your budget, but it's not turning into leads or sales. The thing is, the answer isn't a lack of interest from buyers. It's something much more fundamental. And here's the crucial part. This isn't just your dealership's problem. It's not happening in just one city. Our deep dive into boat, RV, and yacht dealers shows the exact same pattern all across the state of Florida. The problem is literally built into the digital infrastructure of the entire industry. Okay, this is where the problem becomes crystal clear. Just look at this gap. Google says a high-performing mobile site should score a 90 out of 100 at least. The average Florida dealer? You're sitting at a 49. But the load time, that's the real shocker. The goal is under 2.5 seconds. The average dealer's site takes 13 seconds to load.
Just think about that for a moment. More than 10 seconds slower. In a world where a potential customer will click away after just 3 seconds, 10 seconds is an absolute eternity. This right here, this is the technical root cause of all that wasted ad spend we just talked about.
And this chart, wow, it just lays out the whole market landscape. A full 12% of dealers don't even have a website. Now add in the 26% in critical condition and another 9% with poor performance, and you can see that the vast, vast majority of your competition is working with broken tools. Get this, less than 2% even get close to the benchmark. And this is how that bad performance translates directly into dollars and cents. The average dealer is spending almost $1,000 a month on ads. Losing over 400 of that means 43% of your budget is just evaporating. You're paying to bring people to your digital front door, but the door is jammed shut. This is the key takeaway right here. Your ads are probably doing their job and generating clicks. The problem isn't getting people to your site. The problem is what happens, or rather what doesn't happen, when they get there. It is a performance bottleneck, and it's stopping potential buyers in their tracks.
So how exactly does this bottleneck do so much damage? It's not just about one impatient visitor leaving. That painfully slow load time creates this whole domino effect that actually hurts your ability to get found online in the first place. A slow site just hammers every single metric that matters. Your search rankings drop because engines like Google penalize slow sites. Your bounce rate goes through the roof as people give up and leave. Engagement with your inventory just dies. Your paid ads get way less efficient, and maybe worst of all, buyer trust is completely eroded.
And in your industry, this is everything. Nobody impulse buys an RV or a boat, right? They research for weeks, even months. If your website is slow and clunky, it sends a message. It says you're not professional, that you're not credible. It poisons the well before you ever get a chance to talk to them. This is why we have to start thinking differently. Website performance isn't about having pretty pictures or a flashy design. It is not an aesthetic choice. It is a structural reality. It's the foundation of your entire digital dealership. And right now, that foundation is cracked.
But here's where the story takes a turn. This is where it goes from being a problem to a massive, massive opportunity. Because this issue is statewide, because almost everyone is underperforming, it creates a huge window to gain a serious competitive advantage.
When you fix these structural problems, you get powerful, measurable results. We call them the 4 pillars. First, you get higher visibility in organic search results. Second, you capture more leads from the traffic you already have. Third, your ad budget becomes way more efficient. And fourth, you give customers a strong mobile experience that actually builds trust. So we end with this question. The data couldn't be clearer. The entire market is competing on a playing field that is fundamentally broken. The opportunity to get ahead isn't just a small step. It's a chance to leapfrog the competition. So the only question left is, who's going to be the first to see it and capitalize?